Welcome back to Crypto Unlocked. I'm your host, Crypto Darrell. Bitcoin has done it again, I've been telling you. Smashing through its all-time highs and sending shockwaves through the financial world. $120,000 is where they're about to see. We're literally almost there. The number keeps climbing and everyone's screen is ticking up. But this isn't just like the spikes you remember from 2017 and 2021. There's a different electricity in the air. This time, a sense that something bigger is unfolding. A price that soars beyond 118,000, a mixture of euphoria and awe grips the market. You can almost hear the tremors in the voices of the veteran traders. This is not a drill, guys. Bitcoin is uncharted territory. For years, skeptics called it a fad, a bubble, magic internet money, yet here we are again with Bitcoin bursting into a new realm, and even the most traditional investors are leaning forward in their chairs with their eyes widened. The world is waking up to the simple truth that Bitcoin's moment is not coming, it's here right now. Zoom out and look at the bigger picture. The record-breaking rally isn't a lucky gamble or a product of mere retail hype. It's being propelled by forces far deeper and stronger than we've ever seen before. Picture a massive vault somewhere, and inside it, the collective conviction of millions, longtime Bitcoin holders who have held on through every storm, and newcomers with their deep pockets who finally want in. Unlike the manic roller coasters runs of the past, today's Bitcoin surge is underpinned by conviction. Those billionaire Bitcoin holders aren't dumping this time. They're accumulating. Every dip, every pullback, they've been buying quietly, adding to their troves and troves instead of selling like you would. The usual flood of coins rushing to exchanges to cash out is not happening anymore. It's as if the big players made a pact to hold the line, tightening the supply like never before. At the same time, think of the millions of everyday believers out there who steadily stack sats week after week, including myself. No matter the price, they're not flinching. Either way, the unity of purpose from tiny retail investors to mega fund managers has created a kind of impenetrable floor under Bitcoin's price. The foundation has never been stronger. This time, it's different. And anyone still thinking Bitcoin is just a speculative toy is just in for a rude awakening. Now, imagine the immense tide of money that's pouring in, almost as if the dam broke loose. We're not talking about tech enthusiasts or day traders. We're talking about institutions, the giants of global finance, mutual funds, Wall Street legends, and Fortune 500 companies, even governments. They used to sit on the sidelines skeptical or even scornful. One by one, they've been won over. In the last few months, billion-dollar investment funds have been snapping up Bitcoin as if it's the new gold. Some of the world's largest asset managers aren't just dipping a toe in the water, they're diving in head first. They pushed regulators, got the green light, and launched Bitcoin ETFs that sold out within days. Every time you hear about another country adding Bitcoin to its national reserves or another corporation moving cash into BTC, think about what that means. The people who once moved markets with a word are betting on Bitcoin's future. And with every bet they place, the supply available for the rest of us shrinks even more. Right now, it's as if a vacuum is pulling up Bitcoin's price, fueled by hedge funds in Manhattan, insurance companies in London, and sovereign wealth funds in the Middle East. They're all racing to secure their piece of this finite digital treasure. This isn't a cottage industry anymore. It's a full-blown global rush, and the rush is getting only faster and faster. Feel the macro winds blowing the broader economic currents that are sweeping Bitcoin along its journey. In one corner, you have central banks printing and government spending. Over the past years, trillions of dollars, euros, yen, and even won have flooded the world economy. Cheap money became the norm. And even when they wanted to turn off the taps, they couldn't do it for long. Now with the clouds of uncertainty, a trade war here, a hint of a recession there, the expectation is more easy money to come, more liquidity to buoy the markets. Too many that prospect lights up a big neon sign saying, inflation ahead, seek hard assets. And so the smart money and common folk alike are looking for refuge. Gold had its shine, but Bitcoin is the new beacon in a 21st century harbor and a storm of fiat currency doubts. Every news headlines about central banking wavering or another $1 trillion in debt is like gasoline on the Bitcoin fire. And consider the psychology after witnessing bank failures and bailouts. People are asking where their wealth truly is actually safe at. Bitcoin, immune to the middleman and printing presses, offers an answer. There's a quiet revolution in confidence underway. Confidence not in governments or banks, but in math code and the collective agreement of the network. That revolution is manifesting in real time as capital flows from the old system to the new one. The world is not falling apart, but it's rearranging itself. And Bitcoin is positioning itself smack in the center of the new financial order. Close your eyes just for a split second and envision the mechanics of a Bitcoin rally. There will only ever be 21 million coins, and a good chunk of those are lost or locked up for the long term. Now, take what's left and imagine soaring demand from every direction: individuals, companies, funds, or even central banks. It's economics 101. When demand wildly outstrips supply, price don't just rise, they spike. We're witnessing that classic squeeze play out. Miners, those processing transactions and securing the network, add only a trickle of new coins each day. And guess what? That trickle is being devoured whole by a handful of big buyers via newly launched ETFs and institutional accumulation. It's like watching a reservoir drain while the inflow from the spring is just a tiny stream. The order books are thinning and the scarcity is becoming tangible. A supply shock. That's what they call it in the on-chain world. You can see it on data, but more viscerally, you can feel it. Every time Bitcoin ticks up another $1,000, there's a scramble of those who thought they could wait for the dip. Suddenly they're panic buying, afraid that 100K might have been their last chance to buy. Then 110 passes, then 120,000 looms. The cycle feeds itself. Higher prices begets more interest, which begets higher prices. It's a feedback loop of FOMO and fundamentals. And unlike the mania of past bull runs, this one has real weight pushing it. It's as if an unstoppable flywheel has started spinning, whales holding, institutions buying the dip, supply dwindling, narrative strengthening, and now it's simply gaining momentum day by day. So here we stand at the edge of a new frontier. Bitcoin is no longer an experiment discussed in the niche internet forums. It's the talk of the town. It's now talked about in boardrooms, dinner tables, or even trading desks and government offices. The question on everyone's lips is, how far can this go? Look back at history. After each halving, the event every 4 years that cuts Bitcoin's new supply in half, Bitcoin has seen its most explosive gains about 6 to 18 months later. We're smacking that window now. History doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. If you think the jump from the previous 69,000 to 118,000 was high, consider what some see on the horizon. There are those who whisper about numbers that sound absurd until they finally materialize on a chart. 150,000, 200,000, could it be? Perhaps, maybe it could. The truth is, nobody knows exactly how high the wave could actually go, but the undercurrent driving it is very real. And that's what makes this moment so exhilarating. And it makes it terrifying because every day that passes, the train leaves the station just a little bit more and more. And the difference between being early and being late is stark. Fortunes will be made by some and missed by others in the coming months. Ask yourself, where do you stand in all this? Maybe you've been watching from the sidelines, intrigued but hesitant, telling yourself it's risky or that you'll jump in on the next pullback, but the market doesn't wait for anyone. Those pullbacks, if they do come, they are very shallow and swift, and blink and you'll miss them. Meanwhile, the ground beneath our financial system is shifting, and a new asset class is solidifying its place. It's okay to feel that lump in your throat, that a mix of excitement and anxiety when you see Bitcoin defying gravity. But that's the spark of FOMO. And sometimes it's there for a reason, to tell you that you're witnessing a rare opportunity. Every day, more of the world wakes up to Bitcoin's potential. And once they do, they rarely go back. Think of the internet in the 90s or smartphones in the early 2000s. There was a window. Getting in early made all the difference. We are living in such a window for Bitcoin right now. The beauty of this moment is that it's still just the beginning of a more mature phase. Bitcoin crossing a six-figure price was once a dream, now it's a reality. But long-term believers aren't satisfied with merely 118,000. They see a future where Bitcoin could be a seven-figure asset, a backbone of global finance. Maybe that sounds far-fetched to you, or maybe it doesn't. The crucial point is the trajectory is upward and the conviction is growing. With each new all-time high, Bitcoin's base of support grows. New converts join the network. New capital commits for a long haul. Now open your eyes and look at the present moment that we're currently living in. The charts, the headlines, the tweets, the excitement on the street as we speak. It's all telling the same story. A new financial era is being born right here in front of us. You have to decide if you'll be a part of this or just be a spectator. Will you be the person who says, a year from now, I remember when Bitcoin was at 120,000 and I could have acted, but now here I am with regret in my voice? Or will you be the one smiling because you seized the moment when it mattered? In the end, nobody can answer that but you. Bitcoin doesn't need you or me to believe in it for it to keep rising. It has the belief of an army of diehards that balance the balance sheets as we speak, and a use case forged in the fires of 2020s. The question is, do you need Bitcoin? Only you know your financial dreams and fears. But consider this, opportunities like this paradigm shifts don't come often in a lifetime. Today, right now, is one of those opportunities. As the saying goes, fortune favors the bold. In the span of just a few months, Bitcoin has rewritten its record books. The next chapters are poised to be even more riveting. The train is leaving the station. The rocket is on the launch pad. Choose whatever metaphor resonates with you. The key is it's moving with or without you. So ask yourself, will you jump on and take that ride, or will you be left watching in the distant glow, wondering what could have been? The choice is yours. But understand this, Bitcoin's not waiting, and neither is the future of money. Now is the time. The revolution is here. Don't let it pass you by. Stay sharp, stay stacking sats, and I'll see you on the next one.